The 2027 Brabus 800 Widebody Mercedes-AMG G63, nearly 200 extra horsepower over stock, and a body stretched 4 inches wider on each side. Pricing that can climb past $600,000, and by most accounts, the most personal challenge the Lamborghini Urus has ever faced. So here's the real question. Once a G63 exists with more power, a wider stance, and a build sheet this obsessive, does the Urus still deserve to be called the benchmark in this segment, or has that title already changed hands? If builds this extreme are exactly your kind of car content, welcome back to Car Zoomer. Hit subscribe because every number that decides this fight is coming up next.
This build starts life as a standard 2027 AMG G63, already sending 577 horsepower and 627 pound-feet of torque through a hand-built 4-liter twin-turbo V8. Brabus doesn't touch the badge or the base architecture. Instead, their engineers in Bottrop, Germany rework the turbochargers, remap the ECU, and fit a new exhaust system said to push output toward that 800 horsepower mark while keeping the drivetrain built to survive it long-term. Up front, Brabus fits a redesigned illuminated grille carrying their own badge in place of the 3-pointed star, paired with a new carbon fiber front lip spoiler and skid plate. The front track grows wider to clear the flared fenders. Next to the Urus's smoother, more restrained nose, this thing looks like it showed up ready to argue before the engine's even running. Move along the side, and the wide-body kit does the real work. Carbon fiber flares stretch the body roughly 4 inches wider on each end, wrapped around forged wheels pushing past 23 inches, with composite door handles and a redesigned spare wheel cover rounding out the details. Ride height sits lower and more planted than a stock G63, changing the entire visual proportion. Still boxy, still unmistakably G-Class, but purposeful in a way the Urus's smoother, more melted silhouette was never built to match. Around back, a Brabus-specific rear guard plate and bumper frame the exhaust outlets, while a roof-mounted spoiler and light bar add presence that's as functional as it is decorative. The G-Class still wears that spare tire-shaped rear door it's carried since the 70s, instantly recognizable and a design cue the Urus simply has no answer for. Lamborghini's rear end, by comparison, is cleaner and more conventional. Depending on who's watching, that's either mature restraint or a flagship playing it safer than it should. Inside, the dashboard keeps the G63's familiar twin-screen layout, but Brabus retrims nearly every visible surface. Carbon fiber inlays replace the standard trim pieces, and a redesigned center console adds dedicated gauges tracking boost pressure and oil temperature in real time. A small detail, but one built for someone who wants to watch those numbers climb, not glance past them. It's a philosophy the Urus's more luxury-first cabin never fully commits to. Materials are where Brabus typically earns its price tag. Nappa leather wraps nearly every surface, forged carbon trim lines the console and door panels, and the stitching is understood to take days per vehicle to finish entirely by hand. Ambient lighting picks up a custom Brabus signature too, subtle until you know exactly where to look for it. Space-wise, nothing changes from the donor G-Class. Same upright, boxier cabin, same tighter legroom compared to the Urus's lower, more spread-out seating position. If outright lounge-like comfort is the priority on a long drive, Lamborghini still wins that specific argument outright. Here's where this build earns its name. Brabus is expected to push that hand-built 4-liter twin-turbo V8 to around 800 horsepower and roughly 738 pound-feet of torque, a serious jump from 577 horsepower and 627 pound-feet in stock form. That should be enough to drop the 0 to 60 time to right around 4 seconds flat, helped along by a reinforced 9-speed automatic and the G63's permanent all-wheel drive system. Now put that next to the Urus Performante.
657 horsepower from its own twin-turbo V8, and despite giving up well over 100 horsepower to the Brabus, the Urus still runs 0 to 60 in 3.3 to 3.4 seconds, noticeably quicker. Less power, quicker in a straight line. Weight distribution, launch tuning, and a lighter overall build still matter more than raw output, and the Urus proves exactly that here. Advantage on the spec sheet? Brabus. Advantage on the stopwatch? Lamborghini.
On price, the standard 2027 G63 starts just under $200,000 before Brabus even touches it. Once the full 800 wide-body conversion is applied, the carbon fiber body kit alone running $30,000 to $60,000, forged wheels adding another $10,000 to $25,000, turnkey pricing has ranged from the high $300,000s to well over $600,000, depending on specification and edition. The Urus Performante, by comparison, starts closer to $275,000. One number, one trim, and a full factory-backed Lamborghini warranty attached to it. Compared with the Urus, you get more power, more presence, and a build nobody else on your street will have, but you give up factory backing, predictable pricing, and, as we just covered, outright quickness in a straight line.
So back to the real question, does the Urus still deserve to be called the benchmark? By most accounts, no. Not on presence, not on power, not on exclusivity. The Brabus 800 widebody wins the spec sheet and the driveway attention test outright. But the Urus still wins where it counts for a lot of buyers. It's quicker to 60, it's fully backed by Lamborghini's factory warranty, and it doesn't come with the pricing unpredictability of a third-party conversion. For Brabus, more power, a wider stance, true exclusivity against no factory warranty in pricing that swings by hundreds of thousands depending on spec. For Urus, factory backing, quicker in a straight line, established resale against the fact that you'll see 3 more of them in traffic this month alone. If the Urus was ever the automatic answer in this segment, that's no longer true by default.
Which one would actually earn a spot in your garage, the Brabus or the Urus? Drop it in the comments and subscribe to Car Zoomer for the next build we break down.